Good heavens! What's that in the sky plummeting towards the earth like a stone? Is it a new Ubisoft release? Is it the Terminator franchise? No, it's Google Stadia! Ha 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 ha! I'm so witty and clever. But let's get into this before I go into any more self-aggrandizing. Hello, everybody, and happy gaming. This is Dark Sage Walker, and yeah, you guessed it. Time for me to make a Stadia video. And I'm not going to tell you anything that you haven't already heard, probably, but my goodness, Stadia is looking just plain dreadful. Now, let's make things well known right now. I have nothing necessarily against, streaming games. It's kind of an obvious conclusion for where the games industry is going, especially since a lot of the big publishers really hate the idea of you owning your games. And coupled with the idea that people seem to really like the idea of having just, convenience. I'm not one of those people. I like having something on my end to call my own, even if it's just the data for the game, because, hey, if I have the data for the game on my computer, on my Switch, on my whatever, hey, at least I can access the game should things go belly up. Unless it's an online-only game, in which case, hey, you're fucked. But, sorry about that. But Stadia, at that point, was already sounding iffy. Then you heard the price point, and that's when it got even iffier for me. So, you guys want me to pay for, the unit and all the stuff. You want me to buy the game separately, and not like at a discounted price or just like, a few bucks per game because you're subscribed to our service. No, full fucking price for every game. Why? Just why? And to top all of that off, then you still need to pay for the subscription to the Stadia service. So you want to monetize me buying the system, you want to monetize me signing up for the service, and then you want to monetize me buying the games, which in and of themselves will probably have more monetization. Anyone else seeing a problem with this yet? Because I can't be the only one. I guarantee I'm not the only one looking at this going, alright, this sounds like a raw deal. But it gets worse. It somehow gets worse. Now we're on the cusp of release, 4 days out at time of recording. And wow, Google Stadia is going to be missing a lot of features on day one. But before I get into that, let's get into the launch lineup. Because, every good gaming platform needs a good launch lineup, right? So, here's what the launch lineup looks like for Google Stadia. We've got Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Destiny 2, The Collection, Guilt, Just Dance 2020, Kine, Mortal Kombat 11, Red Dead Redemption 2, Thumper, Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Shadow of the Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, and Samurai Showdown. Anyone notice a problem with any of those games? And not necessarily with the games themselves, although I have issues with Mortal Kombat 11, that's a whole separate story. The problem I'm seeing with most of these games is that, my goodness, they're not really drawing any attention. I mean, probably the biggest wallet buster you have here is Red Dead Redemption 2, and that still came out last year for everything. There's no reason to get Stadia just to get Red Dead Redemption 2, especially when you can get it on a PC platform like Steam to begin with. There's just no reason for it, and I would say this far out, anyone who's played Red Dead Redemption 2 has already purchased it. I should say anyone who wanted to play Red Dead Redemption 2 has already purchased and played it. Same with the Tomb Raider games, same with Mortal Kombat 11, Just Dance 2020, Assassin's Creed Odyssey was already kind of a garbage game, but it has its audience. But again, that's the point. It has its audience. No one's needing to go out to get a Google Stadia for Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Destiny 2, The Collection. yeah, you can get that anywhere else. Not a big deal there. The only thing on here that really has my attention is Thumper, which only has my attention because I have no idea what it is. The only thing I know of a Thumper as is the rabbit from Bambi. And then Gylt, spelt Gylt, which is the only exclusive that Stadia has, and it looks like it's an interesting take on the indie game match 3 genre, and that's fine. Pardon me. But that's the only thing you've got going for you, and it's not a doorbuster, it's just okay. What is this launch lineup? And from what I can tell, the launch window for Stadia isn't really much better. Let's go ahead and have a look at that, just because I don't remember what all the games are coming out in the launch window. That's launch lineup. I've already talked about that. So what are some of the other games that are coming out for Stadia? Reel on. Oh, here we go. 14 additional titles are promised to launch on Stadia before the end of 2019. Alright, let's have a look at them. We've got Attack on Titan 2 Final Battle, already available in other places. Borderlands 3. Well, on PC it's only available on the Epic Store, but it's already available on Xbox One and PS4. It'll be available on Steam soon enough. So, again, who are you appealing to? Darksiders Genesis. At least it's a newer title, but, I mean, come on, guys. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Really. We're really digging at the bottom of the fucking well. Farming Simulator 19. Okay, now we're digging at the bottom of the well. That's just sad. Final Fantasy 15. That game is available for everything. Matter of fact, the Pocket Edition is available on the Switch. Why would you need Stadia to play that? Football Manager 2020. I know there's a lot of people that are going to want to play that, but again, it's already got the audience. You don't need Stadia for that. It's not special. Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Ugh. At this point, I'm looking at this and what's this down here? It's also getting Wolfenstein Youngblood. So you're planning on selling Stadia with a sales pitch that essentially looks like, roll on up, everybody look at the freaks. We've also got Grid, Metro Exodus. It's already been out for a while, but okay, sure. NBA 2K20, once again, Freak Show sponsorship. Rage 2, Trials Rising, better, but still not great. And your launch window is looking kind of garbage. Like, the best thing you've got going for you is the people who are too impatient to wait on Borderlands 3 to release on Steam. And even then, are you really going to want to pay an extra, $200 for the hardware? Or for that? Like, the big thing is that they're saying that you can play this on anything, but I don't know. We're going to get to that in a minute. It just seems skeptical right now. Let's see, here's a number of legacy titles that were previously promised as part of the Stadia launch window, are currently not included in Google's list of 2019 Stadia releases. Those include The Crew 2, Destroy All Humans, Doom, 2016, The Elder Scrolls Online, Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, Superhot, and Windjammers 2. Seriously, guys, that's not... There's nothing there that's really drawing me in. Oh, here we go. Tequila Works horror game Gylt is the only one that won't be available on other platforms concurrently. Okay, so Gylt is actually a horror game. Let me have a look at it. I don't know. Not sure it's anything that's for me. But yeah, everything that I'm looking at in their launch window just looks so... Either it looks average to downright horrible. Like, any time that you're advertising Wolfenstein Youngblood as a selling point, that's when you go, okay guys, I think you've had enough. Time to go home. But that's not the only problem. There is a good number of promised features that aren't going to be available at launch. So, let's have a look at those. A brief rundown of the limitations early adopters will face on day one. See, on day one, PC Chrome gameplay won't support 4K HDR or 5.1 surround sound. Those features will be added in 2020 for PC players. The fuck? That doesn't seem like it should be difficult to do. And again, that was one of your selling points is, oh, it's 4K sound and visuals. It's going to be fucking hardcore, guys. Apparently not if you're playing on PC. If you're playing on PC, you can get fucked, mate. Stream Connect, which allows one player's Stadia viewpoint to be integrated with another player's stream, will not be available in any launch games. The first game to use it is expected to launch by the end of the year. So, once again, if you're looking to stream it, hope you're not planning on doing that. If you want to see something from another person's viewpoint in a stream, yeah, I mean, hope they're going to, send you the files. State Share, which lets users share save files via links. And Crowd Play, which allows for quick jump-in multiplayer through a YouTube stream, won't be integrated into games until next year. Guys, those are interesting features to be sure, but you said that they were going to be there, and let's keep going. At launch, Google Assistant integration will be limited to the ability to turn on the TV and start a game. Oh, good for you guys. Good for you guys. Soon after launch, whatever that means, the Assistant button on the Stadia controller will work on Chromecast Stadia home screen. Assistant support on PCs and phones and during gameplay will come sometime after that. So, you're telling me that Stadia, Google's own project, isn't really going to support Google Assistant. What? What? Guys, stop. Put down the joint. You've been smoking too much. Family sharing, which lets you buy a game once and share it with accounts held by family members, is not supported on day one, so you'll have to buy games for your child's account. The feature is planned for addition early next year. So don't buy more than one of these, otherwise every game that your kid sees you play, of the 12, that actually looks interesting, gotta buy it again. I'm pretty sure that's not a mistake. I'm pretty sure that was, exactly what was intended, because for both Google and for the requisite publishers, the whole idea is more money, please. There is no Stadia UI for achievements or achievement notifications on day one. But if you happen to perform an in-game feat that would earn a specific achievement, it will show up when the feature is rolled out shortly after launch, whatever that means. Chromecast Ultra units included in the Founders/Premier bundles are the only ones that will work with Stadia on day one. Other Chromecast Ultra units will be able to play Stadia games after an over-the-air update soon after launch. Again, whatever that means. This is the third time that phrasing has shown up, and it doesn't have any guidelines for what they mean by soon after launch. Seriously, guys, the vagueness of what you're trying to get through to us is absolutely infuriating. The Buddy Pass that lets early adopters offer a free 3-month Stadia trial to a friend will be sent about 2 weeks after you receive your bundle, barring some unknown unknowns popping up. Translation: yeah, we'll get you those buddy passes to let a friend try it out. It'll be there maybe 2 weeks after you receive your bundle, if you're lucky. Oh, also, the launch is staggered because, you can't be bothered to really get things working properly, so even though people have been pre-ordering it for a while, some people's aren't going to be showing up on launch day. Some people are going to get theirs a week or two after launch. Some people are getting them in December. And then those people are going to have to wait 2 weeks after that to receive the buddy passes, and even then, if they're lucky. Guys, you are not doing anything to make this sound enticing. Currently, the phone is needed for initial setup and buying games. Xbox Live Arcade. You have a roadmap. Buying games through a Chromecast Ultra or the web is not supported, and the AMA, they did a Reddit AMA, which is where all this information came out, gave no indication if or when it would be added. Bravo, guys. Bravo. Really doing a great service to the gamers who are giving you money. As previously discussed, mobile support will be limited to Google Pixel phones and Chrome OS tablets at launch. A timeline for general iOS and Android support is still to be determined, but Pixel will likely be the only mobile support this year, according to the AMA. Google says it wants Stadia to run on every screen eventually. But you promised. You told us that the big selling point is that it would run on anything. It would run on anything! And nope. Nope, sorry. No, not gonna happen. Nope, fuck it. Fuck it! We don't care. Give us your money. Give us your money. We're not even done with the damn thing, but fuck it, give us your money. Also, as previously discussed, the Stadia controller's wireless functions will only work with Chromecast Ultra at launch. You know, the ones that they specifically programmed for it to work with. To use that controller with a phone or tablet, you'll need to plug it in with a USB-C cable. Generic USB controllers will also work with Stadia on PC or phones, but not on Chromecast. Yay! Arbitrary restrictions! So, unless you have a Chromecast Ultra, you may as well just go to GameStop and buy a Afterglow Xbox One controller. Which is what I'm currently using with my PC, by the way. As previously discussed, only 12 titles will be available for purchase on Stadia at launch, with 14 more promised by the end of the year. A handful of other previously announced launch titles on Stadia are planned for early 2020. So, you're going to have 26 games for the next few months. Right. Now, I don't want to sound rude here, but Nintendo's eShop will sometimes get that many games in a week. And don't get me wrong, they're not like they're not top of the line games. It's a lot of indie titles, but that's the point. If you're something that you want to try out on the Switch, it's there. You guys have a very dismal 12 titles at launch and 14 more by the end of the year, none of which are going to light anyone's world on fire. You've got what? Guilt? Yay. Again, it looks interesting, but that's all it does. That's all it is interesting. It's not anything that I would jump out of my... It's not anything I would go out of my way or jump out of my chair to go get. Very simply put, Stadia is not finished. It's not even close to it, but they're releasing it anyway. It's just like games as a service, except for this is a console as a service. Woo-hoo-hoo! Fucking gag me. This thing looks so dead on arrival, I can't even believe it. And to all the people out there that are supporting Stadia and going, what's with all the dead on arrival speech? That's just, you're not giving it a chance. Have you looked at the missing features? Google themselves aren't giving it a chance. And there's a reason why something like Google Graveyard exists. They're going to abandon this pretty quick. If they cared so much about having this all-encompassing game streaming platform, maybe they would have finished it before release. That's all I'm saying. Google, what the fuck? Serious, what the fuck? You guys... God. Like, I'm honestly dismayed that they're letting this release in this state. Maybe, just maybe, if you had let this cook for like another 6 months to a year, then we could talk about selling this to people, but nope, gotta have your money right now. Right now. Give it all to me right now. Over here. Over here. Give me all that money. Give me all that money. We're gonna give you this, and it's gonna be awesome. Eventually. We'll start rolling out some of these features sometime soon. Just give us the money. Give us the money. Give us the money. Well, fuck you. You're not getting a damn cent from me. If you guys want to release something interesting, finish it. That's all I've got to say. Fuck Stadia. I'm just going to keep playing on my Nintendo Switch and my PC. I see no reason to drop more money on something that isn't even going to work right. And that's the thing. This is all assuming that the technology works properly. And that's the thing. You need basically lightning fast internet at all times. And if you're playing mobile, you need a basically unlimited data cap. Who is this for? You're looking for someone who somehow doesn't have the money for a high-end PC, but does have the money for unlimited data cap and wants to play these games on a mobile device? What audience are you going for? That's what I don't get. And all of the games that are being released are, even though they're old, they're these big AAA releases. Games that, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, need more time to get through. I mean, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a single-player live service. God, I hate that fucking term. I hate the term live service, but who is playing this? This is such a narrow demographic, and they're trying to appeal to as many people as possible, but then the demographic gets so narrowed by all the little constraints and all the little wiggles and niggles that you have to work out to get Stadia to work for you that it basically appeals to no one. I'm just putting it out there. I'm pretty sure this project is a joke. And if I'm going to spend money on a joke, it better be for fucking Dave Chappelle. That's all I'm saying. But that's it for right now. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm dismayed with Google, dismayed with Stadia. Trust me, I'm not dropping any money on that. And I would suggest you don't either. At the very least, if you're going to get a game streaming service sometime in the near future, wait for the technology to be out of its infancy. This isn't even going to get out of the water, if you ask me. And who knows, I might be wrong about that. I'm plenty happy to be wrong. I want more people to experience the positive side of gaming, but this just looks like an absolute mess. I would stay as far away from this as possible. That's all for me. Like I said, comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe to the channel. Check out some of my other stuff. I have more stuff coming. I'm probably going to make even a few more videos tonight. That having been said, my name is Dark Sage Walker, and I will be seeing you